It's certainly been a busy couple of weeks, hasn't it? We've had the new iPhone launch, a new GoPro launch, Mavic 3 rumours, and do you remember this guy, the Mini 2? Well, this is like the king of the sub 249 gram drones. It is the top of the pack. But one thing missing is obstacle avoidance and active track. Bring on AUTEL, they have just announced their new drones which are coming out very soon, and I should hopefully be receiving one really soon. So that's why I've kept quiet recently. But they're bringing out two different versions of their small drone and also a bigger drone which can compete with the DJI Air 2S, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So this guy, I think he does feel threatened a lot because of the new features which come on the new AUTEL drones. Let's discuss. So this drone is going to come in 4 different colours, and it's going to have 2 different versions. It's going to be called the EVO Nano and the EVO Nano Plus, and the Plus model is going to have a slightly bigger sensor. But no matter which drone you get, it's going to also have the same features, and the features which you guys definitely want. So let's go through some of the pictures and talk about what this is going to have. It's going to be 249 grams, and that's crucial for us flying in the UK and Europe especially, and throughout the world. 249 grams is a massive deal, and that's why these sub 250 gram drones are fantastic. 4K 30 is going to be the video rate. It's going to have a 6.2 mile range. Never need to go 6.2 miles, but that means that connection when you're flying close by and in cities and areas of like high interference, it should be a really good signal. What else? So it's also going to have what you really want is obstacle avoidance. So this is going to come with 3-way obstacle avoidance. It's going to have front, down and back position sensors. None on the side, but it says that it's ultra wide field of view, so it should be able to actually have a really good obstacle avoidance system. It'll be interesting to see how that works in real life and how accurate it is, but it's great that a drone this size is going to have obstacle avoidance. So it's going to come in 4 different colours. You're going to be able to get the AUTEL Classic orange colour, in red and also white and black. So 4 different colour choices for you to go for. I think I would go for the classic orange colour, and also it stands out more when you've got a small drone. So what's the difference then between the Nano Plus and the Nano normal? Well, the difference is going to be that sensor size. So the Nano original, if you call it, is going to be a 48 megapixel 1/2 inch sensor, and it's going to be an f2.8. So that's great. That's going to render some really good results. But if you go for the Plus model, what you're going to get with that is the Plus model is going to have a 1/1.28 CMOS sensor, 50 megapixels, and this is able to shoot at f1.9. So this means that lens is going to be a faster lens, so for low light especially, it's going to be so much better. f1.9 to 2.8 makes a big difference. So on small drones like this with tiny sensors, low light is always a problem, because as soon as that sunset goes down, you're going to have some issues with lots of grain and noise in your video or photos. So having a bigger lens and a faster lens is going to be fantastic. So for me, the difference between the two, I would recommend already go for that Plus model just to have that better sensor. But can we just remember that we're able to get a sensor, a bigger sensor like that, on still a drone under 250 grams? That alone is remarkable. What about the other features? No matter which version you go for, the Plus or the normal version, it's going to have a feature which I know so many of you want, and this is some tracking. This Mini 2 has no tracking capabilities, so we've tried to fake our own tracking, we've tried to mimic it. Never going to be good enough, is it? But this version, no matter which one you get, has master subject tracking, and this is able to then track people, animals and vehicles. So this, I'm so hopeful that this is going to be great, because if this can have a tracking capability which locks on and is good, then this is fantastic news for everybody. We've tried it on other drones which has tracking, and it's not been very good. It's cut out a lot, and it's been useless, to be fair, and I've just not used it. But if we can have it on this, and I have so much hope that this is going to be great, then obstacle avoidance, even though it's 3-way, and tracking on a drone under 250 grams, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. And it still gets better. There's still some extra features out there which I know you really do want. You can also get the quick shots like we get on the DJIs. It's going to be 4 of those. One of them is going to be called Flick, another one called Rocket, Fadeaway and Orbit. So they're going to be really similar to what we've got at the moment, and that's great for those for either big beginners, or I still use them now, especially like the Orbit ones, when you've got a nice landscape and you're in the area and you can just lock onto you and then get a nice swirling shot around you. Quick shots are great, and you can also have a lot of cinematic fun with them by chopping in and out. So that's great to see that. Also on the editor, you can also edit through the AUTEL app, and you can create your own movies on there and then upload straight away. But for me, and I know a lot of the YouTubers and people who just like documenting when they're flying, what you used to be able to do on original drones is you used to be able to record your voice or sounds through the remote control. Now on this drone now, you can now record sounds. So you could do voiceovers. If you're a YouTuber like this, you could talk real time and it would pick up everything. So, you know, that's a feature which maybe not a lot of people want, but so many people, once you've used it, it is great to be able to get those ambient sounds, or to be able to get those sounds of like waves if you're on the beach. So having that ability to record real time the sounds of where you're in is going to be brilliant, and I'm so happy that they've introduced this, and it's a great feature to include. So we've already discussed it's going to have around about a 6-mile range. It's going to be great. That's going to be dependent on where you're actually flying, obviously, but 6 miles, that's one hell of a range, and really you don't need to be flying that far at all, although you... Anyway, when you are flying, the real-time feedback is so crucial, because there's no point having really poor actual quality stream that you're looking at on your actual phone. This is going to have 2.7K transmission real-time feedback. That is absolutely brilliant to be able to include that. Also, this is, a few people don't like this, but where DJI have their own authorization zones, AUTEL don't. So take that as you will. That's also another plus for a lot of people. Once you've done taking these photos and videos, what another great feature on these drones are, instead of taking your memory card out, putting them in your computer or uploading them onto different apps, you can just bring your phone near to the actual drone and it will transfer them at 160 megabits per second, photos and video. So you're able to upload this to social media really fast. Again, another great feature. They've thought of so many things. It's really good to see. So if we just look back, so 4K 30, you're going to have it at 249 grams still. You're going to have extra features with obstacle 3-way avoidance. You're going to have tracking, able to track you, vehicles and animals. But the battery life, is that going to suffer? Well, it's going to have a 28-minute battery life, they say, in flight time. So that is more than enough. So to be able to actually get all them extra features, and if you own this drone, or say the Mavic Mini 1, which is a flight time around about 30 minutes, for me to be able to get those extra features and just lose a couple of minutes of flight time, I'm really not bothered. So really exciting times. The next time I talk about this, I hope to have this in the air and I can show you this in real time and then recommend which version to get. But as I said in the video, this is great for everybody, because this will make not only AUTEL, you know, showcase their great drones out there, but it will also make other manufacturers as well keep up with this race, and it's only going to be great for us consumers. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know, which colour are you thinking of getting? Are you going to buy one of these, or would you still stick to your DJI Mini 2? It's going to be really good to compare how they are against each other. Take care, see you soon. I'm Darren, bye bye.